Are we ready for beer number 2?
We are.
Always.
Okay.
We took our masturbation toy intermission to get another beer.
We'll talk about our next one. So what's our next beer?
Our next beer is by Epic Brewing. It's called Feel the Beat from the Tangerine. It's an IPA brewed with tangerine. It is 7% alcohol. And the can's pretty cool. Like, it reminds me of like some like 60s like mod type of stuff.
I was going to say like a Mod Podge kind of a thing.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of circles. It's like the front circles are purple. There's like 3 of them going down, and then the next one's like magenta, then it's orange, and it's yellow. It just kind of reminds me of like some Andy Warhol shit or something maybe.
All right. Let's get some,
Some like pop art.
Yeah, definitely.
7% or ought to be a pretty good gravity to it.
Says, hey, dancing queen, you and your mama Mia will go head over heels for this tangerine IPA. So take a chance on me with your money, money, money. We know you won't be left with a hole in your soul.
I kind of wonder what their
Bunch of different song references.
references.
It's a bunch of song.
I feel like it is.
Yeah.
It's all song references and music references.
It's kind of like, I don't know, like a, not necessarily disco theme, but it just kind of puts me in mind of like a disco theme or just like a, I don't know, a 60s party or something like that.
And it smells really good. I think I can smell the tangerine already.
I'm excited.
You should be.
Ooh, unless
She's
it's
giving
my
me too much
hand.
head. First time ever, she's giving me too much head.
I'm definitely smelling my lotion on my hand, because I was smelling some spice in it, and it is a beautiful pour, though.
Right?
It looks good.
That was like fucking perfect looking.
That is awesome.
I got it dripping down the edges just a little
Ooh,
tiny
this
bit.
is really smooth for an IPA, especially. Not super hoppy by any means. It's good. Yeah, a lot of the tangerine in there. It's really good.
I'm getting the IPA pretty good.
I mean, I am, but
that head is delicious.
the head is delicious.
Ron likes head.
Ron likes giving head. It all comes out.
The head's got the IPA hoppiness to it, but it's also got a very strong tangerine taste.
Pretty tasty so far.
I like it.
It's delicious.
It is smooth.
It's happy, but good.
Smooth and hoppy.
It makes me feel happy.
I think it's got a little bit of a bitterness to it.
It definitely does.
Tangerine. You can taste the tangerine. You can taste the beat of the tangerine.
Good beer. Who did this one?
Epic.
Epic. They do good work.
Yeah. We've had stuff by them before, too.
Super delicious.
Let's see. What else have we had by them? I've been, like, not putting them in this. We've had Big Bad Baptist Orange Stick, and I believe we had that.
I remember that one.
I think that was when I was sick the one time on here. And we had an Imperial Pumpkin Porter.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure that was maybe the time that I was about to barf.
I don't know.
Did you bring that one? Or was that a Ron one?
I think the time you threw up, I was one of the times I brought.
I don't know. I think it was Missy that did.
I don't remember bringing it. Oh yeah, I did, because it was in a bottle, and it was I bought them like right around New Year's. The dogs are being funny.
I know.
I've been watching.
Ariana's
them.
dogs are sitting there doing crazy dog things.
They're being crazy dogs.
We had to escort them out of the room because there was fears of them knocking over our equipment. Because, puppies.
So you want to go on to our next Do Not Masturbate?
Absolutely.
A rolled up magazine.
This is where Ron was trying to talk about it, and we said, "Dude, this is totally
This is one of
podcast."
those. So a rolled up magazine. I don't know what the description is, but I'm trying to think from like the dude perspective. Are we just talking like somebody like looking at a porno mag and being so fucking turned on, and so bad about the chick they like roll it up and they got their dick stuck in it and they're just using it to help jerk them off and they're like trying to nut in there. I'm like, or conversely, from the chick's standpoint, are they just rolling it up and trying to just?
I'm seeing it on both sides. It's probably
Paper cuts either way you go.
I don't
Says
think it would be very
yeah.
good unless you lube the shit out of it. Which, I mean, by that, just your hand would probably be a better option. Like, I don't see this as being a.
I'm picturing this being like.
Option.
I'm picturing this being.
I mean, it's plausible, but I don't picture it being good.
I'm just picturing like a fucked up, horned up teenager. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, like
you
that
are.
type of guy who puts Head and Shoulders on his penis in the shower. Yeah. That's totally some fucked up, horned up teenager.
So what's the next one?
And on to the next one. Soap.
That was Ronald. Ronald did that.
PSA for anyone with genitals. Soap is for cleaning, not creaming. The ingredients in a majority of body soaps aren't intended to be dispatched inside of genitals, especially over a period of time.
Inside?
While you might end up with gleaming genitals, they'll also be burning.
There you go, Ronald.
I'm just thinking about inside, and then I'm going Cocoa Power Bottom.
Inside, right?
That's exactly what Ron was thinking.
Or inside for a woman. You don't want to use soap as a lubrication.
Fuck up all your like bacterial.
Oh yeah, because you'll clean out your good bacteria, and then like yeast will take over, and you'll get a mad yeast infection.
So I got this handmade soap one time, and I know I've talked about this on the fucking podcast, but I was using it in the shower, and it like I wasn't using it down there, but it like dripped. Like, you know, like slid down my body as I was washing myself. And
that's hot. Tell us more about the suds and the subs all over your naked body.
You already heard enough of that.
Come on, man! I got to burn myself some more Head and Shoulders.
That shit burns, man. That shit burns.
That's great.
I wonder if it would burn for a dude too.
I bet it would. Sensitive body parts having some like natural lye soap.
Yeah. Ouchie.
That tangerine beer is absolutely lovely.
It's not too bad. I'm more excited about the mysterious beers.
Well, I would be excited about it, but I don't know what it is.
Number 8 on our list is a toothbrush.
See, now I said on this one, I was like, well, for one, you could use the handle. And if I had a thin enough handle or the guy just liked that much pain, he could totally use it as a sounding wand.
Well, say, are we talking like an electric toothbrush or like a regular toothbrush?
It just says a toothbrush. I don't think you'd want to use an electric. I mean, you could probably use the electric toothbrush and hold it against you because it's going to vibrate, you know?
I got this new electric toothbrush not too long ago.
Just wants to know
and this bastard, like, it's crazy because it's crazy powerful.
It fucking made me shit myself. It was so strong. Poop just slid right out of my butt after I shoved it inside me.
Dude, I just used it on my teeth, not my butthole. But, dude, it is powerful. I'm just sitting there wondering.
It was so strong on my teeth that I almost pooped myself.
That first time, maybe a little bit.
But no, like I feel like you could use some lube if it was like a soft bristles, and you could like tease yourself with the soft bristles. Like you could totally masturbate with a toothbrush.
And then when she's
10 out of 10 would try.
And then when Missy's done,
people talk about doing that.
And then when Missy's done,
I think I kind of feel like I've heard of that.
And then when Missy's done, because she's not going to remember to remove the toothpaste, she'll have a minty fresh vagina.
Oh no, I would totally not like use one that I was using in my mouth because I don't want to have the toothpaste in my vagina.
Speaking of minty fresh and toothpaste is number 9.
I would totally not use a toothpaste covered.
So, talking about that, the foster kids the ex's mother used to foster, one of them had a habit of using that in a sock, actually.
Ooh, toothpaste in a sock.
They had to stop buying him toothpaste because he kept using the toothpaste in a sock to spank off.
I feel like that would be very uncomfortable, but I guess they do make like lubes and stuff that are like cooling and tingly and stuff. So I'm sure some people like it and other people probably don't.
Right.
So I mean, like use at your own discretion, I guess.
The kid should just use some fucking lotion. What the hell is he thinking? Like Jesus.
Maybe he liked the cooling sensation.
Maybe it was
apparently so.
It was probably one of those deals where he was like, I don't want to get caught at this stuff. Oh my God, I don't want to get caught.
I don't get caught with lotion. I'm just going to use an absurd amount of toothpaste.
I mean, they were like, toothpaste is something we always need, and I just have to make sure that my teeth are clean.
That's so fucking funny. You could just say, I hate having dry skin. I'm just going to use some lotion real quick. Nobody was suspected a thing.
In that house, oh yeah.
I mean, if he would have been normal about it, but like, I just need lotion. I don't like having, dry skin. You watch him, like, be sitting in the living room, like, rubbing his hands together and rubbing it on his arms, and you wouldn't have thought anything of it unless it was gone, like, every fucking 4 days, and he was in the bathroom 12 times a day.
We're still talking about lotion. We're talking about lotion now, right?
Yes.
I was, like, thinking, for some reason, I got, like, toothpaste in my head still.
He was rubbing toothpaste all over his arms.
Toothpaste on his arm, so I got this picture of, like, you walk in the house and he's just like completely covered in toothpaste.
Just blue Crest toothpaste all over him.
That's fucking awesome.
Maybe like the extra sudsy kind, so he's all foamy.
I'm playing Blue Man Group.
Blue Man Group from a Blue Man Balls.
So fucking funny. That's so fucking funny.
Number 10 is the couch.
Like, why not?
You know,
Ride off the
if
couch
you have
all day.
company over, you have roommates or something, it's probably like...
Well, that's why you
One of my
have
daughters-
plastic coverings
Like
like Ron's mom.
So one of my daughter's friends did get caught fucking the couch.
Oh, nice. Jesus Christ.
That fucking Miles kid.
Lovely. So he's sticking his dick in it. Good times.
Yeah.
Well, at least it was inside and not like, all over.
Right. Well, I feel like also, like, that's not, I mean, I get it, sure, you can do that, whatever. And I've heard of people putting, like, lotion in socks and putting it in between their, like, the mattresses. But I was, like, thinking more so you could just dry hump the fuck out of the couch or whatever, or, like, guy or girl could do that. And why the hell not?
What
you
are
can
they
use the
barking
couch.
at?
I have no idea. It's really annoying though.
They're barking at each other.
Yeah, that sounds
One's
about right.
one's on the couch and the other one's on the ground, and they're just staring at each other through the wicker furniture.
I'll be right back.
All they do is bark. It's so fucking annoying. And I can't figure out how to get them to stop. I think I'm going to have to get them shot collars. I'm going to have to be like... Bzzz.
Right. Either that or like some citronella. Dogs hate citronella.
They do?
Yeah, you can have bark collars that like shoot citronella out every time they bark.
Huh.
But I don't know. I think I'd want to train them a little bit better because I would want them to bark at some times and not others. I wouldn't want to train them not to bark. I would just want to train them not to be stupid.
I don't mind them barking outside. I just don't like barking in the house. Like, if they're outside
Right.
playing or whatever, it's
That's
not bad.
the time to bark.
Right. Use your outside voice.
That's right.
Use your inside voice.
I just looked at them.
He's over there
No.
staring like a dumb boy.
I just looked at them. And they're just like, "Hey, he's here."
And she's over here staring at us in the smart way.
She's just staring at us through the window like, "Hey, you need something? You need something?"
He's such a derp.
So, what for those who are not watching, and you probably can't even tell if you are watching. So we're sitting in a room, and the dogs are in like a screened-in porch area, and there's a window in between the house and screened-in porch where we can look in at the dogs. And then there's the door where Ron walked up to, like the kitchen door, and he looked at the dogs. And so the boy is standing there staring at the kitchen like, oh, he was in here, blah, blah, blah. And she was smart enough to look in here because she knows we're in here in the podcast room.
Yeah, she's the smart one.
And he's just like, "Where
Even
do
though
you
he
go?
sits
Where do you
when
go?"
I tell him to, and she does not.
He's more eager to please than she is.
Right, because he's like, I want attention, please give me attention. And she's smart, so she's like going to be disobedient.
She's more defiant, that's for sure.
Little bitch.
She's like, I'm like, hey, come inside. And she's like, she'll just plop down and stare at me. Like, why?
What you gonna do? You gonna fucking make
And
me?
he's like, I'm coming.
That's awesome.
Here I come.
Yeah, that's hilarious. That's so funny.
So what's the next thing I shouldn't use to masturbate with?
Absolutely.
Let's see.
What's the next thing Ron's gonna fucking be disobedient?
Bitch,
and
don't kink
defiant
shame me.
about?
The next thing I believe was peppers.
Ew.
Peppers. And that's why this list came up, because we were talking about,
That's right.
that's what we were talking
And
about.
then she ended up Googling for whatever reason and found that.
For whatever reason, because I needed to know if it had a name.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
And then she's trying to decide which pepper to jerk off to next: a Sereno, a ghost
That's
pepper,
right.
a poblano.
I'm going ghost pepper, guys.
Oof. I wouldn't do that.
I know,
wouldn't-
I'm just kidding. I would never do that.
I feel
Maybe
like,
one of those scorpion peppers.
Oh, I feel like I would. I don't know what I would use. Like
What
you know,
pepper is the hottest that you would jerk off with? Tell us in the comments below.
I would definitely not use a ghost pepper or a fucking.
I'll use a bell
the
pepper.
Carolina. There you go. See the ones that aren't very
Carolina
spicy at
Reapers.
all. Yeah. I mean, if I had to, poblanos don't seem like they're too spicy. I think a
They're also-
jalapeno is spicier than a poblano, so I'd
So,
probably
so
use a
what's the
poblano.
biggest out of those peppers that if the burn's not going to get you?
The
The
poblano
size.
was bigger.
Well, the size is going to have to be what's going to have to get you if the burning doesn't do it for you. If you're not going
the
for the spot
serranos
factor.
are like smallest.
Side quest. If you're this says, I'm not sure what would compel someone to willfully use a pepper to obtain an orgasm, but if you are compelled, pause. Think about what this could do to your body. You're hopefully not an arsonist, so why are you trying to burn it down there? If you are still feeling compelled, here you'll find a story of a 24-year-old Margaret who absentmindedly touched herself after making chili. She barely survived, but the chili was so good. So there's that. So let's go to this.
The chili was hot.
I feel like if you were to do that, it would make everything be more sensitive and swell. And then if you had sex with someone, I mean, if you like pain, it might make it like way better.
The converse is that it could kill all the nerve endings.
I think it'd be all right. As long as you're not using like a fucking Carolina Reaper or something. You'd have to be using like jalapenos and shit like that. And also, you could totally put a condom over that pepper and it would be all right.
But you don't get that sexy burn. You get the fear of the burn, so maybe you like this.
Yeah,
maybe
you do.
maybe it's like
scare.
maybe it's like the fear of it. I need to jerk off faster so I don't burn my shit.
Margaret,
Exactly.
24. It was a rainy Sunday and I was making chili. I like my chili nice and hot. Muy
Hot.
picante, as they say. And so I
Read it
chopped
more
up
erotically.
all the vegetables and things,
I
including
chopped up all the vegetables.
mini jalapeno peppers and threw them in a pot. I washed my hands well. At least I thought I did. And I sat down to watch a little Project Runway while my chili was boiling away.
It was so hot, the chili.
During
And
a
it made-
lull in the show, I thought, well, I'm a bit bored and sleepy here in my sweatpants, so why don't I just rub one out? A couple of minutes in, I was gearing up, about to roll into O-Town, and I started to notice that my vagina was burning a bit.
It wasn't burning from passion. It was burning from the peppers.
I was like, I wonder what that's all about. And so I ignored it for a while, but then it started to hurt a lot. Like it was lit on fire. I was suddenly very afraid, but then I realized there was likely some jalapeno juice on my fingers, and so naturally I took to Google for a remedy. I typed in something like jalapeno juice on skin burning, how stop.
Pour milk on
I
vagina.
was thinking that like the milk douche.
I didn't want to put jalapeno juice in vagina because it would corrupt my search history. But anyway, WikiHow said to pour cold milk on the affected area. And so I filled a huge measuring cup with skim milk, sat myself on the toilet, leaned back, and doused myself. It was an odd experience, but it did ease my suffering.
So creamy.
So after that, God damn it.
After that, the advertisement was kicked in.
And so after that, I showered and had a nice bowl of chili, which was delicious. Apparently, there's a bunch of masturbation stories on this thing I just clicked on. It says, we asked for their most embarrassing masturbation stories.
So now everybody's, yeah.
I feel like Ariana can fulfill her I wish by using some hot pepper juice to kind of enhance her masturbation, because she now knows that if she just douches with the milk, if it gets too bad, she'll be okay.
This could be like Ariana's form of edging.
On Ariana's next OnlyFans.
Ariana needs a new roof.
That's right.
This is going to be her roof. She's going to be edging herself. She's going to be slowly.
She's going to do the spicy taco.
That's right. And then I'm going to pour milk on it.
She's going to. She's just going to sit
totally
there and like
pay to
edge
see
herself,
that.
get herself right there, and then she's be like, "It
it's not
starts to
even-
burn."
Wait, is she orgasming or is it burning?
It's like it's not even that like, hey, that's funny. I want to see that. It's, oh no, I would pay this bitch to see that. So Ariana, if you ever decide to do this, sell me your footage.
Fuck yeah.
Totally buy that shit.
Ariana edging with
I
peppers.
wouldn't even resell it and make money off of it. I would just keep it for my selfish
She just
pleasures.
wants to watch it over and over.
I mean, legitimately, I would like to see that as well. I might use it for my own purposes, but definitely
He
without.
says he might. I totally would. I'd be like, yeah.
But definitely, I would not use peppers to jerk off to her jerking off peppers.
I mean, I might. Like, why the fuck not?
The
She
real
did
question.
it.
The real question
Have
is.
some real balls, dude.
So
Come
here's
on.
Missy. Here's the next thing. So like the week after she sends us the video, we're gonna have chili.
That's true.
I mean, it's not like she masturbated with the chili, but even if she did,
Or did
like,
she?
Oh wow.
The peppers and the chili.
I'd be like,
Like,
hey,
Ariana,
man,
this
this
is-
is really good.
Ariana, this
did
is
you put your
accept-
vagina in
I
here?
added my special ingredient.
I'd be like,
This
yes.
is exceptional chili, Ariana.
I mean, I kind of feel like it like this. I mean, like all other than the fact that would be like misinforming and gross. It's kind of like this. It's like a fucking like basically her fluids are an animal product, and as long as you cook the animal product to like specific temperature, it's okay, and it's not going to be bacteria ridden. It's going to like cook the bacteria out, so it will be
protein.
okay.
I mean, I've got
I mean, I'd be
comments.
like, or like, it's not that I want to have this, but if I did, I'd be like, well, at least I know I'm not going to die from a bacterial infection.
The only thing I'll state is
Fish in this chili.
there's things that I've eaten that are of a similar flavor, so to speak. So yeah, I haven't died.
fair, and it didn't get cooked to 160 or whatever. So I think you're gonna be all right. Well, but it's gonna sit around, and it's gonna that's the whole thing. Like, the vagina is a living organism. It cleans itself out constantly. If you use vaginal fluid to make chili,
I think she's getting embarrassed.
It's not. If you use vaginal fluid to make chili, it's no longer a living organism, so it can breed bacteria unless you cook it to an appropriate temperature. Which, that's the next thing that we should Google sometime. Maybe for the next show. Like, what temperature would you have to cook human bodily fluids to before they're it's safe to eat? And
so I'm sure that's pretty well documented out there.
I bet it's 100% there.
That's definitely something. Along that same topic, but slightly grosser form.
Grosser form when you cook turds to 200 degrees.
So the ex, her brother, went to the fair this year and got deathly sick after drinking a lemonade shake-up.
Okay.
He's got medical issues, kidney failure and shit like that, so he weakened immune system. And apparently whoever the hell was working at the lemonade shake-up booth also had animals at the fair and didn't wash their hands thoroughly before making the freaking lemonade, so he got sick from that shit.
I swear, there's all kinds of hepatitis issues going through eating all the time. Like, when I worked at the department, especially, we would get memos of this particular restaurant had a hepatitis outbreak. This one had one. This one. It was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, just the trash that's going through eating. And
I still think that when I moved up to Piqua, the part that blew my mind is how much better the fast food was.
No, it doesn't shock me.
And it's just like, it's fucking McDonald's. How?
Because you have
more people, better health department.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know.
It's little, I'm not trying to knock druggies, but at the same time, I'm knocking the druggies because that's just it.
Yeah. So, what would we rate the tangerine?
I think like a 3.5.
Yeah, it's a pretty good for an IPA. I'll give it a 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5 seems pretty fair.
Okay, we all agree today so far.
Right, we're just copying off area. I'm gonna pee before we get to this third one though.
Okay.
She's gonna go upstairs and pee, or she's gonna pee around the camera.
Actually, that'd be hilarious. I just crawl through the legs of it and then go through.
What's next?
A pie.
A pie is number 12.
They're just cribbing off of that. They are cribbing off the American Pie movie.
It says we've all seen American Pie, the movie that is aptly named for its iconic scene in which actor Jason Biggs goes to town with an apple pie. No need to recreate that scenario, though. You'll just end up with a big mess and short one perfectly good pie.
It's okay. It certainly wasn't a cherry pie if it was an apple pie. And the cherry pie wasn't cherry after I was done.
Ew.
So, I guess in that conversation, though, the traditional pie, which is just, fruit in a pan. What about, the McDonald's pie shape for a dude?
Oh, like a turnover?
Yeah, the McDonald's apple pies come in that box. Yeah, they say caution filling hot.
Better. Well,
if you cut the end off it, you stick your dick in it, that would be more ergonomical for the purpose.
Probably let it cool off first, but yes, I agree. I think that would be that'd be doable. And then
in the box or out of the box, what do you think? Because McDonald's will be open on my way home.
I would probably go out of the box, but if you're in the car, I would probably go in the box.
What's going to be cleaner for me on the way home?
In the box would probably be cleaner. But yes, I think that's a good idea. I think you should test this out and let us know how it goes next week.
So, I don't know. They haven't got their pumpkin spice ones out. Should I go for the cherry one or the apple pie?
I think cherry. I think cherry is probably... They're rounder, and they're probably, more slippery.
Okay.
I think. What do you think?
I don't know, but how long do you think I have to wait before I should I cut the end off with a knife, or should I chew the end off all animalistically?
You can do it however you want.
How long should I wait for it to cool off so I don't burn my dick?
That I don't know. I would just test it with your finger first to make sure. And probably, want it to be a little cooler than what your finger thinks, because I think your wiener would probably be a little more sensitive than your finger to temperature.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
It seems like a plan. I'm a little disappointed Missy isn't here to rip on this, but when she hears this part later, this is going to bust her fucking up. She'll laugh her ass off.
She's probably listening right now. She could probably hear us.
So what's the next time you shouldn't masturbate to?
Cucumbers.
Because I want her to hear this one when she's like editing later.
We'll ask her. Cucumbers is the last one.
Cucumbers, man, that feels like...
I feel like cucumbers is probably a good thing. It says, let's see, I know you thought the list would end with a mention of cucumbers, a seemingly innocent phallic vegetable. While it's probably the most tame item on this list, it's not ideal because of the potential germs involved. The risk of bacteria just isn't worth it. If you can get past putting a condom on a cucumber, then all the power to you.
So they didn't add bananas in there.
Next time you're looking around the house for something to pleasure yourself with, just use a toy made for sexual play or your hand. Just make sure you wash your hands after making anything involving...
What if I want a fruit salad, though, and I want to have something to stick inside me?
I feel like a cucumber is completely valid. You just have to wash it off and there will be no bacteria. And then after that, don't use it again because I think a cucumber would be slightly porous to the fact that, like... and it would go bad, too.
Like it said,
what if you take and make...
Yeah,
what if you
too.
masturbate with a cucumber, and then you take and make pickles from it?
I mean, I think you could, like, probably, if you...
Vagina pickles?
I was going to say, if you fucking masturbated with it long enough, you would be, like, self-pickling.
You got to pickle your vagina or pickle the cucumber?
Oh, my God.
I think that would definitely...
I'm just going to give props to y'all because usually I would figure that like the really sex-themed shit of the episode would be something I'd be hosting. But it's not me, so go me.
It's quite all right.
Did you hear our conversation while you were upstairs?
No.
Perfect. When you edit later, you are going to fucking die.
Why don't
my
you
God.
give us your opinion about fucking a pie?
Yeah, because see, I said I think that would be completely, like, all right if you're a dude, as long as it's not too hot. If you're a chick, yeah, don't fucking do it. Unless
Let me know when you go to edit this.
Saran wrap it, and then you're, like, rubbing your
When you go to edit this section later, just give me a call or send me a text, okay?
I will.
Our fans have heard it.
Send it in the messages.
Yeah.
I'll definitely send in the group message about the pie.
Hey, Zach, what's your favorite flavor of pie?
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
I'd like to know, too.
I bet a pecan pie.
That was some damn good pie when I made it.
There you go. Well, I'm thinking like, a pecan pie has
Ages ago, I made a
ribbed
pecan.
Enough, like,
Ages ago, I made a pecan pie stout.
Absolutely.
And it was Missy's pie. And she got all hot and bothered, and she like went out and got a pecan pie.
That's right.
And she took pictures of herself spread eagle holding the pie.
Absolutely.
And it was delicious. Missy's pie is delicious in
You
case
know
you
it.
guys need to know.
Absolutely.